Okay, and we're recording. All right. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. We have on the line today is Tony. Tony, how do you say your last name? I'm sorry.
Boffa. It's
Boffa.
a good Italian name, Boffa.
Boffa. We have Tony Boffa. And Tony, if you wouldn't mind, could you start by just telling people briefly what you do and how long you've been doing it?
Yeah. So currently I'm with a company called Bilzar. We are an Amazon agency. We've been operating for about 4 years now. Not 2015, really started, coming up to 5 years actually. But I started as an Amazon seller back then, but quickly found out that people around me, I was in a couple of groups and a couple of courses I did back then, people needed help. And I got a lot of enjoyment out of helping other people, and it sort of grew organically, if you like, from there.
Awesome. Excellent. As you know, the purpose for today's call is to understand the psychology, habits, behaviors, thoughts, and feelings of high-income earners, and you are a high-income earner. You don't have to disclose anything personal, but we would love to, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, we would love to hear from you and learn from you. So you mentioned what you've been doing and how long you've been doing it. Why do you feel you earn the money that you do? What do you think makes you earn the money that you do?
That's a good question, actually. But I think the end result is always about what value you can add to other people, whether it's your customer, whether it's your supplier, whether it's even a friend. You know, it's all about, I believe, it's all about adding value to that person. Even before I did this, I worked in corporate for many years, about 25 years. And even I knew as a sales and marketing manager, for my company, you know, multinational, multi-million-dollar corporate company, I knew that I had to add value to the company. And it's very much the same now, whether you're working for yourself or working for someone else. If you are not adding value to them, then you're not worth it. Now, value can be measured in terms of money, can be measured in terms of time, can be measured in terms of just, you know, how you can benefit your customer in many ways. And if you look at Amazon, it's very much about value. The products that do very well are, you know, products that are good value to the customer. That doesn't mean necessarily price, but they're offering benefits to the customer. So I think that's a big part of being successful.
Awesome. Would you like to add anything internally, like mentally, that makes you feel that, or makes you know you are going to be earning whatever you want to earn, or you will achieve whatever you set to achieve?
Definitely set goals. Yeah, we're big on setting goals at the start of the year, or, you know, the end of the year for the next year. So that's important. And I think that's more, I'll be honest, I'm not big on the, what's it called? The secret thing, what is it called?
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction, yeah.
Right.
Look, I'm actually not big on it, and I'll be honest about that, because I tried it for many years, and to be honest, I don't think it actually works, but, which might go against what most people think. I do believe in goal setting, absolutely believe in goal setting, and you have to be a structured company. You have to set goals, you have to have SOPs, you have to have plans, and so on. Of course, that's part of it. And if you don't grow, you go nowhere. But this law of attraction thing about, you know, universe giving me abundance and whatever, it goes against what I believe makes you successful, because it's not about you. It's about what you can do for others.
Right.
All right. And how you can achieve their goals. And by achieving their goals, you know, you'll get your goals as well. So it's not so much for me, Vivek, it's not so much about, you know, that dollar amount being the goal. Okay. Sure. We set our goals and we say, this is what we want to earn. This is how we're going to do it. But it's really about what you're offering that customer. Look, if I'm not adding value to my customers, they have every right to get rid of me. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Because they're in it to make money. Look, Amazon sellers, as a rule, hire agencies like us to make money. There's no doubt about it. But they also hire us to learn, to be educated, to save time, and so on. So it's very much, I believe, about coming back to that thing about adding value. But it's not so much about universe, give me money. You know, it doesn't work. You've got to put in. You've basically got to put in
the work. Okay, excellent. Now, what I'm asking you, the next question is from a psychological standpoint, not from an action-oriented standpoint. When you think about the subject of earning money, right? What thoughts come to your mind?
Yeah. Okay. Good question. I think for me personally, earning money is about what I can do to give back, and
Okay.
that might sound cliche, but from a personal point of view, definitely my family comes first, always, and my family and close friends come first. The people that work with me, my staff and contractors and so on, they are very important to me. So if we as a company are successful, we're all successful. So it's very much about, when I think about earning money, it's not me, me, me. It's all about what I can do to help others. And it's a
Okay.
vehicle for helping others. Yeah. Very
Awesome. So the thoughts that come to your mind is, how can you give back? That's awesome. Excellent. So next
Absolutely.
question.
No.
Thank you. Next question is, do you believe hard work? And by the way, if I look down, it's because I'm reading the question or I'm taking some notes.
Yeah.
Do you
Sure.
believe hard work makes money? Or, well, you already mentioned you don't believe that the law of attraction make money, but do you believe in hard work? Like, money comes from hard work?
Yeah, it does. It comes from both hard work and smart work. In other words, yes, you do have to commit. You do have to put in the hours. There's no doubt about it. I mean, some people say the harder you work, the luckier you get in that sense. So I do agree that you do need to be committed and you need to be goal orientated. Absolutely. Yeah, like I mentioned, the law of attraction I'm not so big on, but in terms of people being attracted to money, yeah, I think it comes from, number one, working hard. Number two, being well networked as well. That's a very important part of it. So there's the old saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. There's definitely a lot of truth in that. I mean, the people that you're connected with, and the more people you connect with, in many ways helps you to be successful.
Awesome. Excellent. Thank you for that. Now, this next question is an ambiguous one. It's a weird one, so I don't know how you may answer it, but you're earning X amount of dollars a year now, and at some point, this number that you're earning now was a goal. So how long did it take you to reach where you are now?
How long?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've sort of been earning similar amounts over the years. Probably not so much in corporate life, but really it jumped, I guess, when I decided to work for myself.
Okay.
And I think it's one of those things. I'm not saying that working for yourself is the only way to make money. There's many other ways to make money, but there's what's that old saying? Oh, I'm trying to think which culture it was. Might be the Chinese culture, and I've got lots of Chinese friends, by the way. But the thing is, you either have to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a businessman if
Oh,
you
yeah,
really want to make money,
yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know that one. So yeah. So I mean, look, you can definitely make money working for other people, absolutely. But if you really want to make serious money, if you want to earn big income, then sometimes you have to take the plunge. You have to take the risk. So yeah, definitely since working for myself has made a difference.
Awesome. Excellent. And how you started working for yourself, you said 4 years ago.
About 5 years ago. I've worked for myself previously. I've had 2 or 3 other businesses in between corporate life as well. I've also been a teacher. I was a high school teacher for a few years, by the way,
Awesome.
which I loved, absolutely loved.
Awesome.
But gave it away for health reasons, actually. It's a very stressful job.
Yeah,
No,
it is. It is. My sister's a teacher. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. So at what there was a point in your life you were not making the money that you wanted to make. At what moment did things shift for you? Meaning, when did you go from not earning what you want to be earning to earning what you are earning or were wanting to be earning? And what do you think caused that?
Yeah. I think the fact that I didn't have, I guess one of the times I wasn't earning a lot of money was probably when I was a teacher, because they don't pay very well in Australia.
Right.
But the reason I actually did quit that was health reasons. As I said, I actually became quite ill from that for a number of reasons. But so I guess naturally I went back to doing what I enjoyed doing, more so in terms of marketing and sales and business and so on. But what shifted was, I guess, overall, it's just the mentality. I mean, there's no doubt in business, your focus is it's very much about dollars and the bottom line and profitability and so on.
Right.
When you're a teacher, that conversation never comes up. It's all about, helping others and so on. So it does come back to what the focus is and what the goals are of the company or who you're working for. No doubt about it.
So for people who want, and I see this actually a lot because I struggled and maybe still struggle a little bit with this, for the people who want to switch out of the job mindset into the business mindset, do you think there was a mindset shift that needed to take place for you?
Totally, totally. Look, I've seen it. I've seen it. Not even in the job mindset, but even consultants that I've hired in
Right.
the past, and they're very much about. Unfortunately, they've been very much about me, me, me. This is all about me. This is what I deserve. This is what I earn. This is what you should pay me, right? And you have to look at it and say, well, wait a minute. You want to get paid X amount, but what are you actually offering in return? And it comes back to what I said before, offering that value. Okay,
Right.
so when you are working for yourself, whether you're on Amazon or whether you're just working for as a consultant or whatever you're doing, you should always think about, yes, you want to make a certain amount, but think about what you can offer that customer, other company that you're helping. So it's always about, I believe, giving more than you receive.
Awesome.
Very much so. And
Right.
it comes naturally. If you think about, I'm going to offer this amount of service to someone, you know what it's worth and you
Yes.
know what you deserve. But if that person doesn't agree, you either, number one, have the wrong market, or number two, you're totally, you're disillusioned about what your worth is,
Right.
right? So
Right.
it's a very much a balance. But the mentality, I believe, is always to put the customer first. Amazon is very much that way. Put the customer
Yes.
first and the rest will follow.
Awesome. Great answer. Awesome.
Mm.
Why do you feel people are so hung up about the subject of earning money?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Why, why do you think the masses, the people who are not earning the income that they want to make, why do you think they're so stuck or hung up about in the subject or on the subject of earning money, earning the higher income?
Good question. I think it is a mentality thing. I mean, like I said, my goal was never to be, to earn, whatever, $5 million a year or whatever. It's never the figure itself.
Right.
As a company, we have our goals, absolutely. In terms of customers, we have our goals. But the people that are stuck in that, if you want to call it a rut, it's unfortunately what I've seen. It's very much a feeling of lack of control, or
Yes.
very much about the victim mentality.
Yep.
Oh, I can't do this, or it's a blame thing or an excuse thing. Sometimes you've just got to let go of that mentality. You've just got to realize that you have 24 hours a day, the same as Bill
Everybody else.
Gates or Jeff Bezos or whatever. We all we
Yeah.
all have the same hours. It's just a matter of how we spend it, right? So
Yeah.
it is a balance. Those people that have been fiercely determined, and if you are fiercely determined to be successful, you will be. There's no question. Unless there is some physical or mental thing holding you back. There is no reason why anyone can't be as successful as anybody. It's a matter of focus and what you want to do. But if you're a bit like, I can't do this, the self-talk is, I don't want to do this. Oh, no, the government's doing this wrong and whatever. Of course, that's going to hold you back. So it's got to be very much about, what can I do? Bang, let's do it. Let's get on with it. Let's set some goals. 1, 2, 3. Here's what we need to do. This customer needs this. Let's help them. Bang, 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 bang. So it's very much about focus. And I'm not big on rah, rah, rah. I'm not, but it's just about attitude. It is about what you're
100%.
prepared to, what you're prepared to give out, and it'll come back to you.
I love it. Focus and attitude. I really like that. That's excellent. Okay.
Cool.
Do you have any particular habits or behaviors that allow you to earn the income that you're earning? Like for example, I can't give you a proper example, but let's just say, if you don't do this thing, you're not going to make the amount you want to make.
Well, you've got to work hard. So number one is definitely you've got to be prepared to put in the time. And when I say put in the time, certainly set up structures to put in the time. But for example, we are still very much, our business, Bilzar, is very much growing.
Yes.
So I'm still putting in a lot of hours. I'm working pretty much 7 days a week. Pretty much.
Okay.
So you might say, oh, that's not a great balance. You're not focused on your family. But you know what? I'm lucky that I can work from an office just near my home, and I see my family every day, and I'm very close to them. I can take time off as I see. But the thing is that if you really want to be successful, you do have to put in the time or the structures in place to allow you to grow and to be successful. So, in other words, I have a number of staff that are doing a lot of the work that I was doing before. That's allowed me to do other work that helps me to grow. So, if I'm, like I said to you before, if I'm not focused on the goals that we set at the start of the year,
Right.
then a lot of that can be languished, and you can lose a lot of that. So always have those goals and focus on them. You know, if it's a goal of whether it's a dollar amount or whether it's a number of customers or whether it's certain projects you want to do,
Right.
to help you achieve those goals, you've got to stick with that, and you've got to
Right.
be, you've got to have that that focus to do that. If you start, you know, basically stopping, if I stop working now and didn't do anything for a month or something, then I know that I'm not going to achieve the same goals that I've set at the start of the year. So it's very much about being focused, being determined, and having that burning desire to succeed.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you have any positive like mental habits that you follow, like, you know, the Tony Robbins stuff, or like, you know, the hour of power stuff in the morning, or anything like that you do?
Face slapping, yeah. Yeah, not at all. Coffee is good.
Coffee, cheers, yeah.
Coffee wakes me up. No, not really. I look, like I said, I have my goals. I have them written in front of me. They're up here in my office. I look at them as a broad perspective. I have daily, like in my diary, I have a daily to-do list. I have a monthly to-do list. I have structured meetings with staff members and customers. The main thing I think is having that list of goals and action plans for the broad thing. So that's always, it's always good to put that into perspective. That's how it works for me. But other people, you know, everyone has different habits. You know, it's up to them. Some people, I like to go for a walk as well in the morning. That's really nice, just to clear my mind and to do that. So everyone has different habits. For me, it's very much about looking at those goals that matter, and taking time out as well to clear your mind and look at the big picture. It's amazing what happens when you go for a walk. You know that, Vivek. I don't know what you find. I go for a walk and so many things come to you. You're not even thinking about work. Not even, oh yeah, this, you know. So definitely clearing your mind. You know, some people do meditation. I don't meditate, but some people do meditation.
Right.
That's always a good thing as well. But I think setting some time every day to actually think about the big picture is very important.
Okay, awesome. And the last question I have for you is, did you ever have a lack or scarcity mindset around money? And if you did, how did you change it?
That's interesting. Scarcity mindset. I think maybe moments you might have this fear of what if.
Yeah.
What if this all ended? Definitely that comes from time to time. So what did I do? I just come back to, you know, what I want to achieve in my life and what I want for my family, what I want for my friends, what I want for my staff. It's always about focus and what you want. So I think, you know, you can certainly, it's normal. It's human to be fearful of having nothing, of course. But you know what? It's interesting. I'm actually married to a Filipino woman, and I've lived in the Philippines, and we go back and forth between Australia, the States, and the Philippines.
Okay.
But living in the Philippines was a real eye-opener for me, because there are people living at what you would call well below the poverty line in the States or Australia, well below, and, you know, seemingly really happy. You got kids running around in the streets. People are, you know, they're having their barbecues and whatever, and they're happy, and they, you know, they have next to nothing. And in a way, that was, to me, that's liberating, you know, because it can show you, it puts life into perspective, that you can have next to nothing and still be happy, you know. What, you know, to me, the money is nice, but what is more important is, I believe, like I said to you at the start, giving back to others, building relationships, having really good relationships with your family and friends. And that should be part of the journey, I believe. You know, it's no good being, you know, making money and being Dr. Scrooge and pissing everyone off. What's the point of that? You know, it's very important, I think, to have that, to have your, you know, put into perspective what really matters. And for me, it's family. It's cliche, but it is family and friends.
Awesome. Any last words of wisdom you want to give the audience on the subject of the psychology around earning money, and then we'll talk about your business?
Probably for me, look, everybody has their opinion. For me, don't make money the actual goal.
Okay.
You know, make your, whether it's your company or yourself or your products that you're selling or whatever it might be, look at them as how they can add value. I believe. It's
Okay.
all about adding value, whether it's a service you're offering or a product you're offering. Add value, value,
Okay.
value, value. Give more than your, whatever you give out, if you give it a lot, you're going to get it back. There's no doubt. If you want to call that the law of attraction or whatever, that's fine. But for me, it's more about, doing
Right.
that, giving more than you get.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I learned a lot from you today, and I really, really want to thank you for your time. And this is good. I took some good notes over here, which I'm going to reflect on. So it's so awesome that you get to learn from high income earners like yourself. I really appreciate it. So do you want to spend a couple minutes and just tell us about your business, about exactly what you do in very simple English so people can understand, and then an easy way for them to contact you?
I know very simple English. That's my forte, Vivek. So that's not a problem. Look, Bilzar, we are an Amazon service provider. We're actually an approved Amazon service provider, and we offer a range of services. As I said, I'd like to think that we're always offering value to our customers, because the things that we can do are anything from creating a listing, sourcing product, right through to PPC management, social media. We try and cover the whole gambit, and this basically came through my experience being a seller and dealing with a supplier in China going back 2015, who said, "Hey, I've got these candles I want to sell. Can you help me?" And I had no idea at the time. I was still working full-time for corporate.
Right.
And so you sort of learn from that. So now we've expanded. We've now got about 25 staff who are specialists in their area. I'm very lucky that a lot of my staff are either, actually a couple of them still work for Amazon, or so they work for us part-time. But a lot of them are ex-Amazon. They've left Amazon to work for us. They have a lot of expertise. Wow. Yeah. I'm very fortunate. Probably about a third of my team are ex-Amazon. Yeah. So their expertise is brilliant. Their knowledge is far beyond mine, which is great. With PPC, I've got to acknowledge Sean Smith, because we took his course about 18 months ago, I believe. And his course is a very deep and comprehensive, strategic way of handling your PPC. So I'll give Sean Smith's PPC AMS Accelerated course a plug. Not that I get any money out of it, but it's just that I'm a very happy student, I guess. And since then, all of our staff, we've got about 10 PPC staff, and they're all qualified according to that course. So having a really good PPC plan is really good. And now, recently, just this year, we've started with social media management. And you've probably heard of rank and review, manage chat, social media, multi-channel marketing. This is becoming huge. So we've got about 10 or more staff now in social media who specialize in Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Shopify, manage chat, rank and review, et cetera, et cetera. So this is becoming very, very big. So the company Bilzar, bilzar.com, you can contact me if you like, just Tony at bilzar.com. We'll give you a free audit on your listing. We'll do a PPC audit, a product audit, a sales forecast, and a competitor analysis. One thing I must point out, quickly point out?
Please.
Competitor analysis is people just don't talk about it enough on Amazon. We look at our product. I had a potential client, and I said, she said, "What do you think about this product?" I said, "This is going to be tough. You've got competitors there with thousands of reviews, and it's going to take you months to try and get there. You know that. I'll be honest with you." And she said, "I don't care about competitors. It's all, it's what I can do." And I said, "Well," I'm like, who told you that?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's like life. You're only as good as what the competition allows you. So we do look at the big picture, and we also have the expertise and the tools that we use to offer really good services. So thank you for that, Vivek. And certainly if anyone wants to contact me, Tony at bilzar.com, happy to help.
Awesome. Thank you, Tony. So just to recap, that's Bilzar, BILZAR.com. Is that correct, Tony? Did I get that right?
Correct.
Okay. And you do product research, sourcing, listing optimization, photography. So basically someone can come to you, a new student can come to you, and you can take them from zero to whatever their goal is on Amazon, selling as a private seller, private label seller, correct?
Private
Excellent.
label. I should emphasize it is private label. We don't do
Right.
wholesale or
Which,
anything.
which is huge, which is a big part of Amazon's business, and that's a great service that you're providing. So guys, please reach out to Tony if you want to earn a massive passive income through Amazon FBA. You can reach out to Tony at bilzar.com. And Tony, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for your time today. This is really helpful.
Thank you too, Vivek. Yeah,
No,
lovely.
my pleasure. And I wish you the best of success.
And same to you, Vivek. I think this is great what you're doing. It certainly opened my mind. Some of the questions are really thought-provoking, but no, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right, mate.
I'll
Good on you.
talk to you
Take
soon.
care, hey?
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.